Hello there lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and welcome to the top 5 most exciting intro cutscenes. Obviously we're only including games that have appeared on Nintendo consoles because, well, we're not called Nintendo Life for nothing. Anyway, let's get things started. Number 5. Bayonetta. If any character deserves an explosive intro, it's Bayonetta, and blimey does this cutscene deliver. Initially dressed up as a nun to lure down some unsuspecting angels, she quite appropriately begins to unleash hell upon them. Not long after, Rodan pops out, lights a cigar with his thumb, and promptly begins throwing a literal coffin full of guns at our heroine. The energy is palpable, the action is gripping, and the outfits are uncomfortably saucy. What more do you want? Number 4. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Remember the moderately cheery and innocent introduction to Ocarina of Time? Yeah, forget that. The Skull Kid, who is basically the Joker with magical powers, tries to rob Link before the game briefly hands control over to you. After pulling some totally radical front flips over some tree trunks, Link falls down a hole and gets transformed into a Deku Scrub. This intro is exciting more because of how creepy and atmospheric it is. It really gears you up for a darker, more sinister adventure, and boy does this game deliver. Number 3. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Before being exposed to irritating hide-and-seek levels and incongruent lip-syncing, in Sonic's second adventure we were gifted with what is arguably the Hedgehog's finest cinematic moment. Breaking out of a military helicopter, he latches onto the wing and then rips a part of it off. He then proceeds to place himself on top of this random piece of metal and dive off into the city below using this wing part as a goddamned snowboard. He spirals through the air with some seriously sweet guitar in the background before we're launched into one of the most memorable levels ever to grace a Sonic game. Do you feel awesome right now? I do. Number 2. Super Smash Bros. Melee. The original Super Smash Bros. Was great and all, but nothing could have prepared me or any of my fellow prepubescent peers for the full motion video cutscene from Super Smash Bros. Melee. Seeing all of our favourite characters rendered in such detail and with such well orchestrated animation was like nothing we'd ever seen before. If there's a video out there that personifies why Nintendo is so special, this is it, even if the Link segment was basically just a slideshow. And finally, number 1.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
How do you blow a child's tiny mind? Sit them down in front of a SNES and have it literally speak to them. Super Metroid was certainly not the first game to have actual voices in it, but the scope of what was being said and the delivery sent shivers down our spines. Samus recounts her last 2 excursions and then BOOM! Samus's ship rushes towards you. You're suddenly given control and then before you know it, before any enemy appears on screen, you have to fight Ridley. And then the station starts self-destructing. What kind of game gives you a boss fight as your first enemy encounter? A game you should get excited for, that's what. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you talk that subscribe button down from that tall tree, and be sure to check out NintendoLife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching, bye bye.